Hello everybody, my name is Derek and welcome to Programming with Derek. Today I'm going to talk about HTML and coding in that. HTML is not really a programming language as much as it is a markup language. In fact, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So we're going to start today on CodePen. CodePen is just a site where you can, as it says here, build, test, and discover front-end code. Front-end means what the user sees, what is presented on the client computer, and what you can see if you open things up and go into the developer console. So to get started, if you are new to CodePen and you have not been here before, just in a private browser right now to show you what it looks like, and you'll have this start coding option here, and it'll animate a little bit for you, and you can go ahead and click on that and go in, and it'll say a pen by Captain Anonymous. If on the other hand you are logged in or you want to save your pen, again, I am logged in here under my own account, and so I'll go under create and pen, and it'll say a pen by Derek Mulhausen. So we're going to come in here and introduce some concepts. With HTML, you first want to define what kind of document you're working with, because there's different things that kind of follow the same syntax, like XML and other items that are outside the scope of this course. So HTML, we're gonna start out with a left angle bracket or a less than symbol, depending on how you want to look at it. And we are going to define the doc type of HTML. And we'll close that with a right angle bracket. And then we'll come down here and we will open things up and with HTML. And this is on the outside of all HTML documents. And up here, first of all, actually let's talk about this real quick. This is a self-closing tag, so we don't have anything on the other side of it. Most tags in HTML, anytime you see something inside of these angle brackets, these are tags. So most of them are going to have a closing tag. And the way we close it is we just add a slash HTML. So slash of the same name. You'll see it adjust the formatting for me. So now I'm going to come down here and we have a head and a body with HTML documents. So the head defines things like the title and things that need to load up front as the page loads. So inside of that, for instance, we'll put a title tag, and the title tag will be Hello World. And then again, we'll go ahead and close that. Now, if you are working in other editors, some of them will go ahead and suggest things for you and help you automatically close things. You don't have to work in those types of editors. Working in CodePen here is just fine, and there's actually a lot that you can do with it. Just as an example, I'll show you one pen that somebody else has done in here to kind of give you an idea of how far you can go with this as you dig in deeper. But one person did a animation here, and they did this purely in CSS and JavaScript. In fact, they didn't use any HTML at all. So this one will follow your mouse around, and as you get further and further into programming, you'll be able to do these types of things as well. But we have to start with the basics first so that you understand how all of this CSS and JavaScript controls these HTML elements. So continuing on, the only thing we're going to put in here is the title. There's more stuff that you can put in the head element, but we are not going to do that right now. So we'll close that up. And then we'll come down here and we will start body. You may have noticed up here it prompted me to save if I want to do that. I'm not going to. So once we open up body, we can put in there whatever we want. Now, one of the most common items that you'll have are header elements. And so you'll have this as H1 through H6. Let's go ahead and just show that off here real quick. I will make it simple and simply say hello. And you'll notice that as I'm doing these things, it's populating these things for me down here. So to make this easier, I'm just going to show you what happens as you go down the chain with H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. Each one gets a little bit smaller. So we're going to come down here and we're going to go H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. And even though I haven't closed these properly yet, it's still going ahead and updating the code for me. All right, and you'll notice that when you do that, it gets progressively smaller. Now, another type of an element is a paragraph element. This is what you'll want to wrap inside of any large portions of text. So if I do /p and I do lorem ipsum, and I know it keeps going with dolor or something, but just to show you what that looks like. And so you'll notice that with the header elements, these are all automatically bold of different sizes, whereas this is not. If I wanted to put in here something like a strong tag or an italic tag, I can do that to format it. In fact, I can even do both. So I'll go ahead and do italic and strong, and I will close strong first because that's on the inside, and then I will close italic, and that's on the outside. And so you'll see now that I have bold and italicized. I can go ahead and just take out the italicized part, and now it's just strong, and I'll update that way too. So there is a lot to HTML, and we're just going to touch on the very basics here of creating a document. We'll close that up with the body tag, and that's as far as we're going to go in this video. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and like this video, and there will be more to come. Thank you very much, and keep learning.